Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Dee, and I have a guest today. This is my daughter Justine.
Hi.
Okay, she's gonna quick turn the camera around and we'll get started. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today, my daughter Justine and I are going to make a couple thank you cards, and just this is one reason why she's helping, because it's a little tough doing card making one-handed, but there's a future video coming up. Actually, it will already have played before you see this one, so never mind what I said. Okay, so we're gonna make some clean and simple birthday cards. Thank you cards. Sorry about that. So we have our card bases that are 5.5 by 4 1/4 each of us. And we have our pattern paper that we're going to use for the background, a 1/4 inch smaller, so it's 5 1/4 by 4. And we are going to go ahead and glue those on there. So I'm gonna let Justine do that. And while she's getting the gluing done on her background, you see that cute little chicken stamp. It's so adorable. She chose that, so I thought it was a cool, fun thing for a thank you card. Anyway, Justine, you want to tell people what you do for a living?
Well, I work in a print factory for financial supplies, so like checks and
Is it not coming out?
sticking a little bit. Checks and like teller receipts and various things that banks would be handing out. Not any personal checks or anything, but a lot of like stuff that a bank would use internally. So I work in the pre-press department. So I give plates to the press operators and fix the designs if there's something that's not printing well for them. And that is sometimes a really busy job, and sometimes we got a little bit of time on our hands to work on other stuff, but a lot of times we are just waiting for the press to show up with another thing they want to fix. So it's sometimes a fast-paced environment, and sometimes we can take a little bit more time to work on our projects before something else comes in, but you never really know.
Sure. Does it depend on the time of year?
Yeah, we're in our slow season now, so it's a little bit easier to get stuff done, but the next month or so is going to get a lot busier. Probably we start getting Christmas orders in, that all those envelopes that you put money in from the bank to give as gifts, we print those off as well. So those we start to send to banks early so they have them ahead of time.
Yeah. That's kind of like, reminds me of Christmas in July.
Yeah.
So they're getting ready. That's good. Okay, so what we'll do next is we are going to go ahead and do stamping. I'm going to let Justine do hers. She's got the Archival ink by Distress Ranger, and so she's got her cute little stamp, and let me get her little cloth that she'll use to wipe off the stamp. And we have our MISTI, so let me get my stuff out of the way, and we'll make room for Justine to do her stuff. So do you want to do it that way, honey, or... So
I do the egg first or the chicken first?
Let's put the cardstock in the corner first. So just either choose upper or lower, and then you can use a magnet to keep it in place. And wherever you don't want the stamp to be. So yeah, go ahead and do your arranging, and then put it on the cardstock first, and then we'll close the lid, and it will pick up the stamps and. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. Okay. Yep. And so now we'll close it, and then you'll let it catch, kind of press down a little. Yep. Good. And now I think I'm going to have to, we'll scooch things over a little bear. Oh, my word, guys.
It's a chicken.
My words have been non-existent lately. A lot of things going on. By this time, some of you may have seen my video that I would have put out saying that I broke my arm, and then my mom passed away after bypass surgery. So it's been a busy, stressful couple weeks. So anyway, we're ready for Justine to go ahead and do her stamping of her chicken or egg. Yeah, good little press. And then if we need to, we'll stamp it again. Oh, that's adorable. Look at that. I love it. Oh, so adorable. Oh, I love that. Are you happy with the stamping?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So here is the chamois. Just go ahead and, well, technically it's not a chamois. It's some type of cloth that's used for cleaning the stamps, but I call it a chamois because to me chamois is kind of a universal word, like when people say Kleenex and they're really talking about tissues. Okay, so if we're done with that, then I will go ahead and take these off for you. And we'll just stick them on there. And then, Justine, did I forgot to get some coloring things that you said you were interested in doing that, or okay with doing that. Yeah. So do you want me to get like markers that would go? Yeah, so we're talking like a red for the comb or whatever that thing is called.
Yeah.
And okay, so you can chat for a minute while I go get the markers.
Okay.
Are you comfortable with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I have been here twice this week, actually. I worked on one card. What was it, Tuesday that we did that?
Mm-hmm.
My sister and I were here, and we worked on a card with Mom that she was doing for her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And I work on cards in a much more casual capacity. I learned a lot from my mom when I was a kid. We used to make thank you cards when they were a little bit simpler. And she made a lot ahead of time. But we would learn the basics from you, and then I usually just find pictures from children's storybooks that I thrift around town and pick out the cute ones. And usually it's just little creatures that are cute and put them together.
They are, and I've loved the cards you made for me. I really have.
Well,
and I love the fact that you are interested in this.
Yeah.
Because that is my favorite hobby. So why not? It's lovely to have it shared. Okay, so if you want, you can leave it in the MISTI and then do your coloring of the, do you want any other color that?
I think this is okay.
Okay, so
which?
Well, this is like a brush,
okay,
like a pointy brush thing, and this is like a Sharpie, skinny Sharpie.
Okay, so probably for the smaller one, it needs to be a little bit less.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have to be all the way.
Right.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, that's adorable. And the yellow is just perfect for the background.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
So this one, do you think?
Well, it's probably for the beak, maybe.
So maybe I still need the...
You know what? That tip, look at that. That tip
is... It's a little crunchy looking.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I need to take note of that because... Okay, you're going to have to push down. Justine's like my right-hand person because, well, actually my left hand. Because I can't do much with this hand yet. It's only a couple...
Just a little guy.
Oh, he's so cute. Just a couple weeks into the break, so...
Okay.
All right, good. Now, next step will be, you want to put this... Okay, where do you want to put the stamp?
I haven't decided that. Do you think it'd be better on the inside or the outside?
Do you really want this thank you? Or do you want to just keep it, are you an
I was thinking friend? Maybe I put this on the inside, then this can be a little bit lower here.
Yeah.
Because I like the color is, it's a nice contrast to this.
I agree.
But then this can be on the inside because it's a totally different font than this is.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good. Okay, so go ahead and take off the magnet, and then we'll stamp the inside, and we'll just stick with the brown if that's all right, because then the coloring will be tied in together. So now you have, you'll need to switch the MISTI this way because of opening up the card. We need the full length of the MISTI. So yeah,
like
make sure it's in the corner. Yep. And then your magnet will keep it in place.
Okay.
So
That's the part I keep forgetting.
well, believe me, when you forget, you'll know. Okay, so then arrange your stamp on the inside the way you'd like. And we do have the front here, right? We got to make sure we, yep. I've stamped things upside down before, people, so that's why now that is upside down. Yeah, it's upside down. It should be
I see.
Yeah.
I was looking at egg, and egg is, I was thinking like it needed to be backwards. No, it needs to be something I can read when it's upside down.
Exactly.
Is that straight?
Right. That's I think it looks right. But the way we'll know is when you close the lid, and then we'll compare it to the lines on the MISTI. How's it look? It looks straight from here.
Yeah. It's close enough.
Okay, very good.
My philosophy is where I think we differ a little bit, and not in a bad way, just in a style way. I'm less worried about things being straight on a card and more about do they fit together. And that's mostly because I know if I tried to make it perfect, I would get frustrated every time because it never would be.
Sure.
So I just had to let that go.
Now let's make sure, because you'll lift to the lid, let's make sure the paper is straight in the corner.
Yes, I think so.
All right, good. Now you're ready to stamp, and the beauty of the MISTI is if you don't get a good enough impression, we can do it again.
Perfect.
Oh, let me get rid of that washi tape.
I think I pulled it up with my arm earlier.
Oh, well, because I have some of this on the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, not too hard because it's a letter stamp.
Little taps.
Yep.
Oh,
okay,
so a
so
little more in the middle.
Yeah,
maybe.
so let's just make sure it's flush in the corner like it should be, and then stamp again, and give it another go.
Maybe I just don't have enough ink on the middle.
Yeah, I think you need to restamp it.
Okay.
And that happens a lot. That's, like I said, that's the beauty of the MISTI. You can do it over and over as long as your paper or cardstock is where it was when you first stamped. That's why it needs to be in the corner. Maybe press on the word R again.
Looks like it might. Am I just missing? I might be just missing that part every time.
Yeah, just give it a little firmer tap then onto the stamp.
Okay. I can see the R a little bit better with the ink, so I wonder if that was a difference.
Oh yeah, that's much better. Good
Perfect.
job. Okay, go ahead and do your wiping, and we'll go on to the next part to finish off your card. All right.
Okay.
All right. I'll take that, and then then we'll want to put the sentiment on the front, right?
Okay.
That's what we talked about. So, okay. So go ahead, and you won't need the MISTI for this. I don't think so anyway. So we'll just push it because it'll be my turn later.
Okay.
Okay, so now, Justine, I want to ask you if you want to prop it up a little bit with like a scrap of cardstock to give it a little bit of dimension. That's up to you.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let me get a scrap, and that is the beauty of, whoops, okay, talk amongst yourselves.
So this is one of my favorite colors, I think.
Yeah, you love red, don't you?
I do.
Okay.
I always have.
So what you want to do then is on the back of the sentiment, then you want to cut a piece that will not go longer than that, and glue it on, and that'll give enough to give some dimension. You can do it again if you want extra dimension. That's up to you.
So like having it centered in the middle there, you mean?
You can just cut a piece. You can eyeball a piece and say, oh, it looks like about 1.25 inches. Just cut that much. And it doesn't have to go to the end, because you really don't want to see the what's the word I want? the cardstock that's giving the dimension. You don't really want to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So
looks
it's
good.
just, it's making it be a little bit higher up,
Yep.
but not too much.
Yep. And
Okay.
you can do it again if you want. So go ahead and glue that on. And then if you're happy with that, then you can glue it onto the card front.
Okay. How much glue is usually
that's
on
good.
those?
Yeah, that's good.
Now the problem is my fingers. I might have to go out of frame to get it off.
That happens.
Okay.
And you know, if you get a little glue on the fingers, it'll dry and
Yeah.
rub off, and not a problem.
Ooh.
Can you see?
I might need to hold it down.
Oh, good idea. Yeah.
No, that's not helping.
Here. That help?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah, good. And like I said, no one's going to see that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to add a little dimension.
Okay.
So let's turn that over, and you can just place it on there. See if you're happy with it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now you're ready to glue it.
Okay.
And just put glue on the extra cardstock for the dimension, because that's the only part that will touch the card.
Right. Okay.
Great.
Maybe just a little bit of a lift would be nice, but my fingers don't quite get to that.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute.
Okay.
Very cute.
There we go.
Oh, I love that, honey. Okay, one last thing you need to do. We have to do our hand stamp with love by.
Yeah.
So you're going to turn the card over and go ahead and, this is an old ink pad, so, and just a reminder, it's a word stamp, so it will need not quite as much pressure as some. So there you go.
So just
Stamp it into the ink and then put it on the back. I usually center it towards the bottom, leaving enough room for your signature.
okay. Some more right there.
That's good. Oh, that's pretty good.
Pretty close.
Yeah, and because we don't use the MISTI for this, we don't get a second chance.
That's okay.
I've done plenty of those that didn't turn out. Didn't turn out perfectly, and that's okay. It's good. All right, so let's take another look at Justine's adorable card. Oh, that is so adorable. I love it. So, why don't I go ahead and do mine, and we're going to set Justine's right here. We'll show them at the end. So,
switch places
okay,
with you.
yeah, we can do that.
Since your left arm is on my left now.
Yeah, okay. All right, now, I have this sentiment, "You Make Me Smile," and I also have the stamp that says, "Sending love and thanks." So I think I'm going to go ahead and stamp this on the inside of the card first before I do my sentiment on the front. Okay, so let me get the, Justine, yeah, thank you. Okay, so we'll put it, actually, because I want to stamp on the inside, we'll do what we did earlier. Am I still in shot? Yep, okay. All right. Get this open. Now, if it's okay, this will be a little bit of story time. It won't be a long story, I promise. The way my arm got broken was we had several rounds of storms now 2.5 weeks ago. Actually, going on 3, actually. And so Stewie, our black lab, was acting nervous, and this is new. We have not seen him do this before. So, by the way, I have some Altenew crisp ink that I will go ahead and ink that. And so he was jumping up on the doors, looking in the windows, and I said to Kurt, my husband, I said, I think I'm just going to go see if I can, play with Stewie, toss his ball around with him, and see if that calms him down. Well, I made some mistakes that night. I wore slippery shoes on wet pavement, and I was just too close to him at one point. So he was on top of the picnic table and basically knocked me over, either getting his ball or taking his ball and running off the picnic table. I don't remember which. So I went down on my left side, broke my radius, and they said at first 2 fingers, but honestly, I don't know. The ortho said no, they're not broken. So who knows? But things are starting to heal slowly. So I'm thankful, really thankful for that. I think while I have this in here, I'm just going to go ahead and do the hand stamp with love by. So anyway, so that's how my arm got broken. And other than chipping my ankle when I am out of shot, aren't I? Whoop. Okay, I'm just doing the back stamp. Chipping my ankle when I was in my 20s. Actually, that was way worse experience than this. So I was in pain for days with that. This does not hurt unless it gets bumped. Okay, so that short story is how my arm got broken. And Stewie was, he was just looking at me when I was on the ground. On the hard patio, I should say. That's partly why it broke, I think. It's because it was a hard patio that I landed on. Okay, so I have my Sunny Love and Thanks. And I'm going to go ahead and glue my sentiment. I'm just going to, I think I'll kind of put it up here. I think about the rule of thirds sometimes. I don't think about it often enough. I think about odd numbers for decorating, but I don't think about the rule of thirds enough. So that's something I think about with photography, which I dabble in. So, but not anytime soon. Gotta have 2 hands for handling lenses and such. So anyway, so I'm thinking about the rule of thirds here. So we'll put it here. And I'll just let it rest a little bit. And, you know, this is truly a clean and simple card because we just have a simple background, simple sentiment on the inside, and I'm good with that at this point. I don't do clean and simple cards enough, I don't think. So, because to me it just feels like, oh, I need to do something else. But they're good, and I follow plenty of clean and simple card makers on YouTube that prove that you don't need it to be totally fancy to be beautiful. So
that's how you taught us to make them.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
We were too young to really do much more.
Yeah. But now you're not.
Yeah, you just did stamps back then.
Yes, because mainly that's mostly what I had. Stamps
Colored
and paper.
cardstock.
Yep, that's about it. But of course, my craft room is full of card supplies now. Well, guys, I think we'll wrap this up. Let's get Justine's card in here. Adorable. I'm going to move them up. Maybe Justine can move the MISTI. That's too much right now. Okay, so let's get these centered. Oh, they're so adorable. I love that. Justine, thank you for helping me.
You're welcome.
And thank you for being a guest on my channel. I really appreciate that. I love you.
I love you.
I'm so glad you're sharing my hobby of card making.
It's the best.
All right. I think so too. Well, take care, guys. I hope to see you back next week. And remember, like, comment, subscribe, share if you don't mind. Take care, guys. Bye.